Today I'm going to do my review of Spider-Man Homecoming and Far From Home, leading up to No Way Home. Now, I wanted to do this for a while. Now, unlike my Spider-Man series, which I did plan, where I was going to review the Raimi trilogy, why I like some films, some live films I didn't like, the Mark Webb films, and of course these two. Um, but then I decided, you know what, considering that No Way Home is going to be pretty bad, I know it's going to be bad. I'm actually seeing it the film tomorrow. Um, and I already know what's gonna happen. I legit already know. Like legit, I already know what's gonna happen. It's etc. So that's why I decided that, to watch. Considering that I already watched Homecoming back in 2018 and didn't really like the movie, my mom wanted to see No Way Home. Then I had to tell her that you kind of had to watch Far From Home first. So that's what we're gonna do. So for the one part, for the first half, we're gonna be talking about Homecoming and then Far From Home. So, by the way, these are spoilers. There's not gonna be a single one. That's the same thing for No Way Home. When I do my video on No Way Home, it's gonna be a spoiler review. So you've been warned. So let's talk about Homecoming, which right now is my least favorite MCU movie. It's really that bad. So let's start with the main problem. My main problem with it is how much they never develop Parker as a character. They just never seem to develop this Peter Parker, and it's one of the craziest things. It's like, what's more important in the superhero movies or what's more important in movies and TV shows? Fight scenes? No. Great CGI? No. Great character development. It's something that's more important, like, especially as a first film for a character that's pretty new to the MCU. You're not showing him how he became Spider-Man. Like, I was generally more interested in how he generally became Spider-Man than him being Spider-Man. Yes, there are certain shows that do this kind of stuff where, like, they show the characters obviously, like my show does, but the only difference is that at least you do get some flashbacks, at the very least, or show why he became the person that he is. That's not even a spoiler on my show, in case you're wondering, because you obviously expect that. At least from superhero movies, you at least expect the character to have some flashbacks as to why he became the certain person that he is. It's kind of like Batman, or Flash, and Spider-Man for that matter. Like when Peter was bitten by a spider and his uncle died, it really represents why he became Spider-Man. So let's go in. So let's get into the other problems I have. I think another issue was just that how bad the comedy was. Yes, I did laugh a few times, but overall, some of the stuff wasn't that funny. Some of the stuff makes no sense, like Spider-Man's costume. Not talk about the costume has for the majority of the movie, but in the scene where he lifts the building up, and it's like in his old costume, it's like it doesn't get broken. That's the thing I hate. So you're telling me that suit's like literally indestructible? Where, like, you're telling me that suit, which is probably made out of cloth, is more indestructible? Completely insane. That makes no sense in the slightest. Why not show some how the suit gets ripped? I know if I was wearing that costume, it would be ripped. So you can't say all that stuff. of that it's not wrecked or destroyed. I mean, look at the Flash season 4. Spoilers for Flash season 4. At the end of the season, when Barry hits the satellite, right? When he literally hits the satellite, his new suit is literally torn to shreds or destroyed. But it makes sense because obviously a suit like that would have been destroyed. Um, and that's something that works for comic books. Like when you show a hero's costume gets destroyed, it shows how they've come so far. I don't understand why. Um, Another problem I have. Look at the posters in the trailers. Almost all of them promote that Iron Man's gonna be a big role in the movie, and I know he's not gonna be the main character. But you at least expect to see him, like, at least a pretty decent part of it. And yet, he's in, like, in the movie for, like, what? 3 or 200 or even 70 seconds? He's barely in the movie. Like, he's barely in the movie. Yes, on a movie like Castaway with Tom Hanks, it made sense as to why, you didn't see a lot of the other characters, just Tom Hanks's character. And even though I didn't enjoy that movie, I still find it better, at least the reasons, because it promoted it was just going to be a movie just about Tom Hanks on an island. That's what I liked about Castaway. This is something I hate about this film. You can't say you're gonna promote a character that later on doesn't have any screen time. It's insane. That's like me saying, and I'm gonna promote a movie with YouTubers in it, and yet when you actually watch the movie, there's almost no YouTubers. Because I promoted it. Just to get you. Yeah, etc. That's not how that works. Yes, I know the movie is called Spider-Man Homecoming, and while I did expect Spider-Man, but if you're gonna promote Iron Man in like almost all the trailers or posters, then that's what I would like to see. Like maybe Spider-Man and Iron Man teaming up for a bit. They never teamed up in the whole movie. Now let's talk about the Vulture. The Vulture is a very bad villain. Very bad villain. To me, the Vulture, I'm not even a big fan of Vulture in the comics, and I feel like if he was in the Sam Raimi movies or the Mark Webb movies, I think I would have liked him a lot more. I mean, I like Michael Keaton. He's a great actor. I mean, I love him as Batman. But I did not like the Vulture. To me, the Vulture, sure, just was mad or a bad villain. Yeah. The Vulture had no motivation, which made him bland. He did have a family though, so I did like that part was the family dynamic, but it obviously doesn't get in the movie that much. Because it's literally a reveal until the very end. So we have barely any time to sympathize with Vulture, because if here's the problem with superhero movies. They think nowadays at least. They always think everybody nowadays just goes into a superhero movie to watch great action. No development in characters whatsoever. And that's something that that honestly is crazy to think. I mean, these are like that's the problem. Superhero movies should be more about development. No, not having great action or great CGI. The Flash understands this very well. Arrow understood this very well. Batman Begins understood this. The X-Men film series understood this. They always knew it's never about action. It was always about development. Um, and that's what's more important in the movie, in the superhero movies that should be nowadays. Development. Development is more important. Development is like one of the most important things. It's always about character development. It's never about, like in the comics, the whole purpose was because people were not, the whole purpose of a comic book was to give some readers entertainment. Nowadays they just straight up develop the characters no matter what. Even if the character is hard to develop, they try at the very least. And that's what this movie consistently fails on. It consistently fails on giving us an actual good story or good development. That's what these Marvel movies have consistently failed at nowadays. They don't care about development now. They just care about great action. Great action is completely different from development. And this is something that even annoys me. So my overall grade, I'm gonna give Spider-Man Homecoming a Z. In case you're wondering what that is, that's an F plus. There's literally no good things about it. There's no redeeming qualities for me. For right now, it stands as my least favorite MCU movie, unless, No Way Home changes that completely, which is more likely to happen. Or if I still see Homecoming worse, because at least Spider-Man has some development at the very least, etc. I don't know. But yeah. Time now for Far From Home. Now this one I went in with low expectations. I actually saw Saturday or Sunday. Wait, no, yeah, I watched it on a Friday and then on a Saturday. And I did not like the movie. For one, now some of the things I did like. Surprisingly, they actually developed Spider-Man a bit. I mean, but the problem is it's not in the movie very long, so, yeah. One of the worst aspects about not developing your characters is that you later don't care about them. Like, this Spider-Man, I already don't like him. To me, he's easily the worst. Because of the one purpose is that he's just emotionally abusive towards everybody. If you don't know what emotional abuse is, it's like saying, it's like, it's basically like using words and being like very harsh, like being more in control and power, and all that stuff. The MCU Spider-Man is more of an emotionally abusive person. There's many aspects in the movie he doesn't care about his friends. I mean, there's so many. Like, he called a drone to technically kill a student of his. That's dark. Yes, the guy did something wrong with entering a door an inappropriate time, but and I didn't find that scene very funny. He could have just told, "Hey, can we go somewhere else?" She would have been fine with that. In that scene, I hated it. Mysterio is a really bad villain. I'm not like Vulture. I'm not a fan of him from the comics, and I have to say this version is so bad. I literally don't know what were they thinking. What were they thinking with this version? And here's my main problem. You see, and here's the main issue with Mysterio. Mysterio in the comics uses movie props or props essentially to create illusions. But this one they have technology. And while I like the concept of him using technology, It kind of ruined the entire purpose of the MCU nowadays. Whereas, like, are they meant to be taking a realistic turn or a not realistic turn? So, because of that, you destroyed your own franchise. Because now you don't know what is a realistic movie, a movie that is more realistic, more realism, and a movie that's not. Yes, my show does the same. You have realistic elements and you have non-realistic elements. But you still get a balance between the two. I mean, The Flash has done this perfectly. Even if it's not realistic, still tries to take a more realistic approach. Look at Mirror Master in season 3. Now, Mysterious Illusions made sense, but the CGI was so bad. Like, literally, it was really bad. Like, it made Flash Season 7 look like a masterpiece in comparison. Like, literally, compared to CGI, the CGI 40 elementals, like Hydro Man, Molten Man, or Sandman, or Cyclone, they looked horrendous. You could say the argument, well, they were filming Endgame at the time. Yeah, but that doesn't give you the excuse for not having good CGI. Yeah, the CGI was horrendously bad. Really bad. Nick Fury was the only good part of the movie, but he's not in the movie very long. So, again, same problem as Iron Man. He's not in the movie that much. But my main problem with the movie was how it focused more on Peter wanting to be with MJ. I didn't care about that. I don't care about that. Yes, I know relationship is a huge part of Spider-Man. It's something that the other movies captured. Well, not Homecoming. Oh, yeah, not Homecoming. But the other movies captured it perfectly because it kept it more as a side plot. Oh god, I'm not feeling very well. I'm not sure this would turn out really bad, but I'm not feeling very well. I hope this turned out well or good, at the very least. Yeah, to me, relationships should be a side plot. Nothing related to the main plot. I hate how they made the main plot. Because then, it made the entire movie pointless. Meaning, the mysterious stuff wasn't the main part. So, what is my grade for Far From Home? I'm gonna give it an O or an E minus. Very bad movie. So overall, as you can clearly see, I think I like Far From Home more out of the two. Tomorrow I'm watching Homecoming, No Way Home, which I have very low expectations for. And yeah, tomorrow I'm watching No Way Home. And yeah, I might also make a video for you guys tomorrow. Until then, thank you all so much for watching. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.